Hey, we're back in the school pickup line. Obviously, I spend my time making TikToks, but what do you do?
Oh, I make TikToks too?
Hey, we're back in the school pickup line. Obviously, I spend my time making TikToks, but what do you do?
I lead the bike bus, so you don't have to be in the school pickup line.
Hey, we're back in the school pickup line. Obviously, I spend my time making TikToks, but what do you do?
Hey, dudes!
Yeah!
You're not riding the bus no more. I'm taking you to school.
Why?
Don't ask questions!
Hey, we're back in the school pickup line. Obviously, I spend my time making TikToks, but what do you do?
I don't make titty talks in a parking lot at a school. That's what I don't do. But what I do is I wear my bra. That's what I do. Especially if I'm gonna be around children. I put the bras on that I purchased.
Hey, we're back in the school pickup line. Obviously, I spend my time making TikToks, but what do you do? Okay, we're back in the school pickup line. Obviously, I spend my time making TikToks, but what do you do? I was invited to go to a church event this evening, so that's where I'm headed.
I'm sorry, you're going where? I thought you said you're going to church. Holy sh...
Mom, my friends at school were calling you a MILF. What's that?
Well, sweetie, it's a fact.
Yeah. What does every woman have that starts with a V and that she can use to get what she wants?
I don't know.
Her voice.
Alright, so I'm currently taking applications. If you would like to apply, please do at this. Okay, a lot of you guys have asked if I need a pool boy, but I don't because, no pool. But what I do need is a landscaper. So do at this.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you are all doing well. So on today's episode, guys, we are going to be taking a look into the psyche of single mothers on TikTok who, of course, demand more of men, even though they are strong and independent. Now, guys, before we jump into today's episode, as always, a thank you to Manosphere, the creator of today's video. Make sure that you guys go and show him some love in the video description. I'm going to pin him in the top pinned comment because honestly, guys, these videos make us want to pull their hair out, and he went through the trouble of making it. So make sure you go and check out his YouTube channel below. But without further ado, let's jump in, guys. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments.
Said it a million times and I'll say it again. Marry before you carry is not going to save you from being a single mother.
So for this accountability argument, are black men or class of black men who think they're going to hold black women accountable, y'all going to answer this? Because there's many a black woman, and I myself was one, was a married single mother. This is a woman who gets in a relationship with a man, everything is going cool normally, and when you have children, you were the only person doing anything.
See that number up there? In 10 days, there are almost 600 comments of women who have gone through this. Let's look at some, shall we, since y'all think women be lying. This was my marriage. Got into a heated argument because I had COVID and asked him to do the grocery shopping. Baby, tell me about it. Now the husband wants to know why the kids don't talk to them and they feel left out. I barely talked to my father and he is flabbergasted. Simply cannot understand since he was technically there. Facts. I'm on my way to divorce now because I realized that I was doing so much without him and we were married. Because some women are in the middle of a whole last marriage and still raising their children alone, especially if these men that they married are extremely wealthy because they spend a lot of their time working. They aren't spending any time with you and the kids. This is why I encourage women to make their own money. A man is not a provider, he is a maintainer. He is there to help you maintain a lifestyle that you have already created for yourself. Be able to take care of your kids financially, whether a man is around or not. But if you have your finances in order, it's easier for you to pick a man that can actually be in a full-fledged partnership with you, where you're not struggling to raise your children alone.
So wait, let me get this straight. Now it's a problem if the man is hardworking and making money? You as a woman have to take care of the kids because he's out working and taking care of the bills. I swear, Western women try to find problems where there are none.
And notice how it's all well and good up until she has to do that. Notice how when the first woman is describing her relationship, she says, you know, it's all going fantastic and perfect. And then I have, you know, we have kids together, and all of a sudden I'm expected to actually do something. And by the way, guys, these quote-unquote strong and independent women, you guys really think that they would be divorcing these men if they couldn't walk away with the kids and the resources? You know, like, these girls are getting into these relationships and they're incentivized to ruin them. They're incentivized to say, you know what, he didn't do this for me. He's not looking after the kids the way I want, even though he's providing for me, you know, paying the bills. So, you know what, I'm going to divorce him, and being the strong and independent lady that I am, I'm going to take him for all of his resources and the kids. And the reason why, by the way, the reason why the kids don't talk to the father is not because the father is a terrible person. It's because the mothers typically pit the kid against the father. They say that he's this, they say that he's that, even though he's not, and a lot of the times he's done everything he can to provide for the family. It's absolutely disgusting, guys, how in a lot of these situations, the single mother will use the kid as like a bargaining chip against the father. It's really incredibly sad, man.
Oh, now you're not good even if you make millions, cause you're not taking care of the kids and the household. Yeah, sure, that's a good motive to get divorced and get half his stuff. By the way, I want to give a shout out to Taylor the Fiend, I hope I spelled his name correctly, who is reacting to my videos and crediting me, not like Odin's man, who takes my videos and makes it seem like they're his own. I get comments from his followers that I'm stealing his videos. I don't care if anybody reacts to my videos, but at least credit my work. I spend hours each day finding the videos and editing them.
And shout out to Manosphere as well, guys. You know, I didn't say this on the channel, but I actually reached out to him privately to see if he was okay with me reacting to his videos, and he was gracious enough to let me do that. It certainly saves time, guys. Like, putting together these videos, it's like one thing to listen to them, but then you have to listen to them again when you put them together. So, you know, Manosphere is an absolute hero for putting these videos together, guys, and we're both out here together pulling out our animated hair at the same time. So let's continue with the video. Shout out to Manosphere, guys. Again, he will be pinned in the top comment.
Something that blew my mind. An evolutionary psychologist recently told me this, and it helped me so much. So, you know, when you're dating and you're a single mom and you tell the guy, hey, so I have 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, whatever it may be. And he always asks, doesn't he? 100% of the time, are they all from the same father? Or how many fathers are there? This used to insult me so much because I thought what he was asking is, have you been promiscuous? Have you been with many men, etc.? But no, that's not what they want to know. They want to know how many men they have to compete with and who they have to fend off.
Ma'am, red pill men care how many baby daddies you have, because it shows that you can't keep a relationship or marriage, and yes, it also shows your body count. And yes, there is also the issue of the baby daddy, cause men don't want that kind of drama. There is enough drama just being with you.
I love how she treats it as like some sort of victory that men aren't asking about whether or not she's promiscuous, and instead they're quote-unquote competing for her. Like, this is a woman who I'm going to assume is 40 plus years of age, getting giddy and excited over the idea that men are out here competing for her. Like, guys, I said this in the last video, but you know, these women who jump on the internet and they make these TikToks talking about, oh, you know, look how many men compete for me, or I still get the attention of men, or men are asking about me. I think it's really weird and creepy, guys. Like, 30-plus-year-old women who are on here making TikToks. Okay, to me, that's something, there's something that doesn't sit right with me about that. To me, personally, I find it to be really quite creepy, if I'm honest.
You need to come down a bit with your standards. You need to come down a bit. You need to be more.
I don't support all women because some of y'all are very dumb. Very dumb.
It's
Why
a
does
bold
being a
take.
single mother have to exempt you from setting better standards for yourself?
Because you might not be able to get that quote-unquote better man. Guys, it amazes me how girls can literally go out here, they will have children, and still feel as though they're entitled to the same quality of man when they have children. That's like me going out here and saying, you know, these women should accept me as I am, even though I have, you know, 30 cents in my bank account, or even though I have no friends, or I refuse to hit the gym, or I treat my friends terribly and my family terribly, right? It's like, you bring something that a man is not looking for in a relationship, And oftentimes it's a negative quality. It's a negative thing. You're bringing baggage. You're bringing a full extra individual to the relationship, and you still think that you're entitled to the same quality of man. That is absolute insanity, man. That's not that's not based in reality. That's just you being entitled.
Especially if that man is going to be around your children. And you're a dating coach. People actually listen to your advice? That's crazy. That is crazy. Instead of uplifting women, you go and tear them down. And why? Because
I love how if you give a modern woman, a modern woman a reality check, then somehow you're an evil person. Right? Somehow you're bringing women down. No, you're just giving women reality. I hope, man, a lot of these girls, like particularly the older generation of women, they laugh at the younger women like this. They really do. They'd sit there and watch a video like this and go, girl, you're being incredibly stupid. Like a lot of the older, more traditional women, they understand this. But this younger generation is like, no, it's all about uplifting us. Just because we're giving you reality doesn't mean that we're trying to, pull you down and make it seem like, it's not about, it really truly is not about bashing women, guys. It's about giving them reality. They just don't want it, so they get mad about it.
you want validation from men, I hope you do get the validation that you so desperately want. Because that video, auntie, is giving, pick me, choose me, love me. I just can't believe that is a thought in your mind that you agree with. And you're proud of it too. Like you're saying this with so much pride. And is this the advice you're going to give to your daughter if she so happens to be a single mom? You're going to
So happens. She just, these women are out here, guys, they just accidentally are another single mother. If the kids were actually raised right in the first place, if men weren't booted out of the families, then maybe you would actually grow up with women who just aren't out here becoming single mothers every 2 seconds. Guys, this woman is, I'm going to play that again. She's trying to minimize it and be like, oh, she just might happen to become a single mother. Single mothers are a result of moral degeneration.
And is this the advice you're going to give to your daughter if she so happens to be a single mom? You're going to tell her to lower her standards.
So happens to become a single mother. That's crazy.
I want a bunch of beta orbiters and sims fawning over me.
No, ma'am, don't lower your standards, because having the past that you have doesn't affect beta man and sims in any way.
Beta!
So I've told you guys this story before, but one time my mom was talking to her friend on the phone. And my mom is a very bold woman. That's probably where I got it from. So they're talking on the phone and her friend's like, oh my gosh, I'm really worried because my son is dating a girl that has a kid. Keep in mind, her son is my age, he's 23, and he was dating a girl that was also 23, but she had graduated college and everything, and she had a kid.
Again, I love how they bring up college as though men care about your degree. Particularly when a lot of these degrees are completely useless unless you're going into things like, becoming a doctor. Lawyers are incredibly difficult. That field is hard to get into. But like a lot of the pieces of paper that these women are getting, number one, men don't care about them. And number two, a lot of them are useless. And number three, it doesn't minimize the fact that you have a child with you.
So she was like, yeah, I'm really worried because, she has a kid and she's just probably going to use him and, take his money and just like waste his time and take advantage of him. And my mom was like, okay. She was like, okay, so you're worried that a woman with a career and her own car is gonna use your son that barely makes minimum wage, that does not have a car, that lives with you, and that is lazy and that has no drive to get better in life. She was like, you're worried that she is gonna take advantage of him?
I really do not believe that that's how the situation actually looks. Like if we went into these people's lives and had a look at the man and we had a look at the woman, okay, and we had to look at these individuals, dare I say that even if the guy wasn't making a lot of money, give it a couple of years and see how that turns out. Like a lot of the girls who have, who are single mothers and have kids, they'll say, oh, I expect nothing of you. I don't want anything. But of course, as the road, you go down the road, she will expect more of you. Okay, the single mothers who are out here dating, it's very difficult to be a single mother and have a career at the same time. Like womanism, has taught these women that they can have everything under the sun. Okay, you can have a career, you can have a family, you can be a boss babe at the same time you know, as having a family. You can go out there, you can study forever, have your career, and also raise a healthy, successful family, when that's not the case at all. And a lot of these girls, when they're talking about these things, they find out that it's very hard to try and have a career as well as raise a family at the same time. This is why, back in the day, guys, men would go out here and work and they would provide for the women. But the women are now strong and independent boss babes, so, you know, you can go out there and do that yourself. Now, she's trying to say that, hey, I've got, you know, she's got her own career, it's going to be fine, but I really don't think that that's how that would pan out at all, especially if you were able to have a look at their particular situations.
And her friend was kind of like, damn, you're right. So do not listen to those type of in-laws, because a lot of the times they're simply blinded by the love they have for their son.
Ma'am, a man reaches his peak potential in career at 35, 40. So even if he doesn't have his life in order now at 23, he could be a millionaire at 40 and still have no say in the house and still can discipline that kid and still has no right to him and still has problems with the baby daddy, and you can still live and get half his stuff. So why complicate your life?
And also, even, you know, as they get into a relationship, the dude is probably going to develop a relationship with the kid, which of course, if his relationship with the woman goes south, he's also going to lose someone that he built a relationship with. I've heard a very large amount of stories of guys who will date single mothers and they'll become attached to the child because obviously they are there caring for the kid as well, maybe taking them to soccer matches, whatever, getting ice cream, taking care of the kid, you know. And then when the relationship goes south, well, you obviously have no rights to the kid either. So not only are you going to lose the girl, right, which, you know, can be hard in itself, I'm sure, you're also going to lose the kid too. And even though they're not your child, a lot of men actually build bonds with these children because they're looking after them for such a long period of time.
I've tried Tinder. I've tried Bumble.
Oh boy.
I've had friends set me up. I've met people in bars. And it's not doing it for me. So I decided we're going to try Hinge. Okay. It's been 2 days. And this is what I woke up to.
Look at that. I'm going to pull that back again so you guys can see this, by the way. Where is it? There we go. So she has, I'm going to assume these are like matches only. 575 matches. 4 on Bumble, 1 on Tinder. By the way, she probably has a lot more matches on Tinder and Bumble as well. Like, even though she's not the most fantastic looking individual, women get stupid amounts of likes. She's probably just like opened them or turned off the notifications for these. But this is the amount of options that women have, guys. And by the way, this is her probably swiping on the dudes who are out of her league anyway. So isn't that amazing to think about? She's got 575 likes or whatever they're called on Hinge. And then these are typically going to be dudes who are above her, because women obviously want to date men who are above them. So this is an even more absurd statistic to think about.
This is no way braggy. It's not like, oh my God, look at me. No, I'm not like that. It's not like that. It's more like, wow, out of all of those people, none of them have any good intentions or just like decent human beings. And what I've been doing is I've been going, so I'm 20, I'll be 27 at the end of the month, and I'm a single mom of 2 little boys that are 2 and 4. So I need someone who isn't face down drunk on his buddy's couch every weekend. I'm not
like the rest of the men that we've dated, right? We need a guy who's going to take care of my kid, a guy who's going to step in. And notice how she brings up the single mother after the fact. Like, she doesn't start the video with, I'm a single mother. She goes, you know, look at all these things, and then she insults the people and says that they're all terrible, and then she says that she's a single mother.
not looking for just like a hookup or a roster or anything like that. We've done that, okay? We want someone real.
Did you hear that, guys? She whispered, but she said she had a roster and now she wants something real. Now, when she's a baby mama, she finally figured out she wants a good man. Let me know down in the comments from 1 to 10, what's her delusion level?
So my dating range has been between 29 and like 45, okay? And we've been doing the 40s to the 45. Turns out, news to me, they're meaner. They're meaner than the younger ones. It's when you ask the younger ones what they're looking for, like, hey, relationship, hooking up, friends and benefits, no wrong answer. I'm just curious, like, what are you looking for? They're honest. They're honest. So what I want is like 30 to 38. That's what I want right now. But what am I getting? What am I getting? What am I getting? I have 20-year-old boys. Boys! On my hinge right now. All of them are between 20 and 23 right now.
Can't you set... I'm pretty sure on these applications you should be able to set your age range, by the way. Like, I'm fairly confident that she could just set her age to be the age bracket that she wants, so I don't, you know.
I'm 23! These are children out here! Someone needs to come and get their son out of my DMs right now. Profile says 27, 2 children. I have it. It's up there. They know I'm a mother. I'm somebody's mother. Do you think they're trying to get me to buy them alcohol? Maybe they don't know what temperature to put their chicken nuggets in the oven. Thirsty and they want some juice boxes. They're after my Costco membership and I know it. Their mom is too busy for them and they just need someone's mom to come comfort them in a non-gross way, but like a hug. Do you think they just want a hug? No, I'm sad. Maybe they're playing bingo with like all these people to sleep with and they're all trying to fill their MILF squares. Is that it? Maybe I should try, not the 20-year-olds, but like the 23, maybe? Should I try the younger one? I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't.
Still can't figure out why young men would go after a single mother, even if they just want to smash. You have to be on their schedule when they are free, and you could have problems with the baby daddy. Why mess with that? I've been with over 100 women and only one baby mama, and that was because of some other personal reasons, not because I was attracted to her.
And that's the end of today's video. Guys, we're going to be leaving it there. As always, remember to leave your thoughts and your comments. Don't forget to go and subscribe to Manosphere. And as always, guys, make sure that you take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next episode. Peace.